Dude, I'm saying something now that I never thought I would say ever again. I think Weezer just released something that isn't total dog shit. I think they released something that's actually fine. That's actually good. I mean, I only listened to the first, 3 songs so far, and I Want a Dog is definitely one of the best tracks that I've heard from Weezer. Probably the past fucking goddamn 8 years. Okay, yeah, no, I take it back.
Let's do this right! Hope you guys like Weezer.
Weezer, one of the most memed on bands currently, used to be one of my favorite bands of all time. I remember listening to Pinkerton and their unreleased rock opera Songs from the Black Hole, which gave me an interest in researching the band, finding Pinkerton Diaries and Weezer Goes to Van Nuys, including the discography of unreleased tracks Rivers made, making me appreciate how talented Rivers really was. It was truly a time in my life when I was evolving from an energetic kid to a full emotional wreck teenager, and I don't regret one moment of downloading Songs from the Black Hole off of a sketchy forum, downloading it off of Mega. Now that that's out of the way, all Weezer fans know that Weezer now is a husk of what it used to be. A joke. And that joke is described completely by these 4 albums that they put out the past year. Seasons. Weezer's Spring Seasons album is quite possibly one of the worst Weezer projects of all time. I remember when this album came out, I played it on Spotify in my room and everybody in my dorm thought it was a joke. First off, the genre of this album is obviously grasping folklore aspects and stupid theater vibes. Listen, we all know that Weezer is nerdy, but they didn't have to dress up in elf costumes and play Christian contemporary music. The ongoing theme of these albums are that they all consist of 7 tracks of music, and the 7 tracks of this album consist of track number 1, Opening Night. When this album came out, I played it from the beginning, and when I clicked play, I thought Spotify glitched out and chose some other album, but no. Opening Night begins the album off on a so sweet it'll make you puke note. Although the chorus of new Weezer songs are repetitively structured, trying to be what they used to be, the chorus of the song couldn't save the rest of the track. The poetry aspect of the lyrics were eye-rollingly bad, and it's quite a kick in the nuts of Weezer fans hoping that they would put out something good in the start of 2022. It's quite an embarrassment.
So yeah, the Weezer Spring album. Yeah, he just played it one day, and we just exchanged this look. It's what? What is this? This doesn't sound like Weezer at all. I'm not even that much of a Weezer fan, but even I knew when I was listening to it, I was what? This isn't Weezer. Yeah, it was pretty stupid.
Track number 2, Angels on Vacation. Moving to a happy-go-lucky nightmare into this generic pop rock song, this is probably one of the most forgettable songs on this album. The lyrics consist of Rivers fantasizing about a high school romancy sort of date/vacation, hence the name of the song. Trust me guys, it gets better. Believe me. Track number 3, A Little Bit of Love. This song is literal fucking garbage, and I can't tell if they were meaning to play this song for Coachella or a daycare center. Reversing it from the pop rock song from before, we shift back into the so sweet it'll make you sick mode. This song was the big hit single of the album, gaining over 8.5 million streams currently, and it has to be the worst song on the album. Next, track number 4, The Garden of Eden. Following a gospel-ish feel throughout the album with the Hallelujahs and Angels on Vacation, we enter The Garden of Eden, which honestly may be the best song on the album, which isn't saying much coming from the Stand By Me tempo pop song with lyrics such as, I haven't felt this good since Velcro sneakers came along. Yeah, that's probably... Yeah. Track number 5, The Sound of Drums. With more and more folklore intentions, they try to blend it again with rock pop, but instead they make a boring milkshake. What makes this song more memorable than Angels on Vacation is the Ivanhoe lyric, the one that goes like, sing your spirit back to life with the songs of Ivanhoe. Yeah, It's something. Track number 6, All This Love. If Rivers Cuomo taught a Christian Bible school for children, this would be the song they would sing. The chorus being repetitious and annoying, and nothing really eventful going on, it just turns out to be another track lost in a discography of 3 out of 10 Weezer songs released from the years 2002 through 2023. Track number 7, Wild at Heart. Closing off the album with a heavier pop rock combination, it's not the worst thing that they've released, but it's still nothing okay. I would say this is probably the second best song out of all of the failed attempts of song making on this goddamn album. My final rating for Weezer's Season Spring is a 2 out of 10. This album is dog shit, and you most likely will be disappointed if you're a classic Weezer fan. This album being the worst out of the 4 albums, we still have a bit left to cover, which leads us into the next one. Later that same year in June, Season's Summer released, which is the second release of the Season's quadrilogy. Although I shat all over Spring Season, Summer stepped it up a tad bit more overall. Now let's get into the tracks. Track number 1, Lawn Chair. Encapsulating the mood for the album, the first taste we get is Rivers singing over violins. This album, according to Rivers, is trying to go for a 21st century 90s sound, and is supposed to give the mood of youthful indignation. The lyrics linking the project to 44 BC and the end of the Roman Republic, we're given an idea who Gabriel and Michael are. It's an okay opening, I guess, but the lyrics are pretty bad, all things aside. Track number 2, Records. The first time I listened to Records and heard the scratches in the beginning, I shut it off immediately and didn't listen to it again until now. Listening to it again, the chorus I guess could be pretty catchy, but Rivers trying to be hip and cool, which I guess he always was trying to do, doesn't really do it for me in this song. Also, this song has some pretty bad lines too. Track number 3, Blue Like Jazz. Catching me off guard, they throw a 3/4 rock song at us, which isn't actually that bad. The only thing I have to complain about is the opening sounding like a bad dated Muse song. I think so far in the Season albums, this is the closest we've gotten to classic Weezer sound, and it isn't all that bad. Granted, the opening and the crunchy, annoying guitar riff through the song throws me off. I do enjoy the chord structure and bridge in 3/4. Actually sounds kinda neat, I guess. Nice job, Weezer. Track number 4, The Opposite of Me. This track out of the 7 is probably the most harmless one of the bunch, but it is pretty boring and it gets old really fast. An ongoing thing with these albums is that the lyrics are usually pretty cut and dry and bad, but after all the boringness of this track, you get to listen to a Weezer rendition of the Circus Act Clown song. Track number 5, What's the Good of Being Good? Immediately after the song is played, it sounds like a mobile game ad. Then it completely changes back to the same shit they've been trying to pull off this entire album. Just more boring copy-paste rock pop with really bad lyric structure, especially in the chorus. Dear God. Track number 6, Cuomoville. So in my notes, all I have written down is the word fake, which is a perfect way to describe this song. Every one of the instruments you've been hearing through this album sounds so uninspired and fake sounding and electric that you start to lose touch with the rawness of what Weezer used to be. I know that I'm hanging on a lost cause comparing them to how they used to function, but let's face it. All Weezer fans want is more raw sounding stuff. And I mean, damn, listen to Rivers' demos, he knows exactly what he's doing. I really don't want to come off as a pretentious asshole comparing Africa Weezer to Blue/Pinkerton era Weezer, because this argument has happened so many times, and I understand that it was all in the past and things change, but that doesn't excuse this song from sounding so fake and shitty. Track number 7, Thank You and Good Night. Ending the album with the trying to be Metallica riff, it's just more of the same shit we've been listening to for the last 30 goddamn minutes, you get the gist. Although I criticize this album harshly, it was a step up definitely compared to the Spring album, at least for me, which I am happy to announce that the last 2 albums of the series aren't as bad as these 2 other ones. Also, I would like to clarify that this is my opinion, and my opinion only, so you can enjoy whatever the hell you like, I really don't care. Anyway, I'm giving Summer Seasons a 3.5 or a 4 out of 10. For all the things that I criticize, there's a slight enjoyment factor to this album compared to Spring.